and welcome to Young Turks Innovators as we continue our search for India's next big thing. I'm Shireen Bhan and here's what we've got coming up. Our first young achiever is using his innovation Digitali to help teachers across India win over students with the power of technology. Replacing the old chalk and talk method of teaching with multimedia resources, Srikanth Iyer is breathing a fresh lease of life into Indian classrooms. Here's his story.
Long hours staring at a blackboard, outdated syllabi and teachers struggling to hold the attention of a room full of inquisitive young minds. That's a typical day at most Indian schools. Students today are bombarded with information in a million different ways from a million different sources. And for most, study by rote is the formula to crack the school system. Srikanth Iyer felt the need to develop a new and more engaging method of learning. One that could keep pace with the world outside and make lessons more relevant. Harnessing technology to do just that, Srikanth co-founded Edurite, a subsidiary of Tutor Vista, a leading global educational services company. And now with DigitALIy, a PC-based multimedia resource tool, Edurite helps teachers across India develop high-quality content. So what's so special about DigitALIy?
We cannot control, nor can the teacher control when or what syllabus changes happen from time to time. So we wanted to have an open database to enable the teacher not only to move around objects. For example, let's say in CBSE 9th grade, Newton's laws have been moved this year from 9th to 8th grade.
Right.
Now, if it was a regular product, the teacher is actually dependent on a service provider like us to come and change the whole topic. And our product is probably the only product which is syllabus proof, if I may call it so. Because even if syllabus changes, you can actually change the product to suit the existing syllabus.
How are you planning to promote this? Because the product is already available and schools have subscribed to this particular product. So how does the commercial side of this work?
DigitALIy typically is sold as a complete solution. It is combined as, it's given as a teaching tool in the classroom along with a PC, a projector and an interactive board. And the complete solution is given to the teacher to use in the classroom. So we have a licensing cost obviously for the content for DigitALIy, and we have the hardware pricing for that. When we go to any school, we also realize that schools would like to invest over a period of time.
Sure.
So we deploy what we call a boot model, a build, own, operate and transfer model, where we invest the complete cost of the solution, and then we collect it from the students on a per student per month basis.
But that's actually the school paying you?
That's the school paying us. Typically it works out to less than 100 rupees a month per student.
So while the money is coming in, let's see what serial entrepreneur Raman Roy has to say about DigitALIy's revenue model.
We have to understand 100 rupees a month is very, very relative. It is 100 rupees a month of revenue to them. The question is who is paying that 100 rupees a month. If you take it to a private school where the fee may be in thousands a month, 100 rupee a month incremental fee is minuscule. On the other hand, if you take it to a government school where the fee is 2 rupees a month, which is a notional fee that is given, 100 rupees a month is a lot of money.
While it may be a lot of money for government schools, Edurite has managed to sell the DigitALIy concept to 100 private schools in India. DigitALIy helps the teachers present complex concepts with the help of videos, animation, images, all in a classroom setting. It provides a library of preloaded educational material and lesson plans for classes 1 to 12, covering a wide range of subjects. Also with iClassroom or the interactive solution, teachers use the interactive board to write and draw. So unlike most other tech-based educational tools, DigitALIy does not replace the teacher, instead gives them more ammunition to engage with students. But what's the big challenge?
The biggest challenge for us today is actually reach, So what we are trying to do there is we actually have partnered with some of the oldest publishers in India to actually reach out to schools in a much faster manner.
You also now plan to take DigitALIy onto the net. How soon are we actually going to see that plan fructify?
It will definitely roll out in 2009. So how DigitALIy works is it allows a teacher to actually add their own external content to the content that we already give to the school.
So just for regular viewers who are watching this, it's a bit like Wikipedia, right?
It's like a Wikipedia for your school today.
Yeah.
So if a school has got a star physics teacher, that physics teacher can actually make a very nice presentation on a particular topic in physics, let's say solar system, and it can be shared with all the other physics teachers in the school. Now imagine the same thing if it can actually be
put on the net
across thousands of schools.
Yeah. But what will the revenue model there be? Will the teachers then be subscribing to this?
We will have schools subscribing to this. We will offer group schools. There are lots of group schools across the world. So the group schools will be able to collaborate within their own group, irrespective of location. We're also going to have a very interesting system there. For teachers who are actually going to be able to create content which other teachers want, we will actually be paying them a revenue share for the content that they have created.
Moving ahead with his plans to take DigitALIy online, Srikanth, with a team of 250 people, believes the focus segment currently are teachers, but the same innovation can be applied to other verticals like banking, hospitality and retail, where the content delivery can be standardized and improved. Srikanth is now working on promoting Edurite-tutorials, a concept based on distance learning. But the team at Edurite claims it's different.
We offer tuitions across 44 centers in India as we speak, where we have technology-enabled classrooms. We have the content, we have all the centers connected online, and we have teachers, our own teachers, trained on using our content and delivering tuitions.
Isn't this a sort of replica of the private coaching model, of course, with a little bit of technology thrown in?
It definitely is, but where I think we will be making a difference is using the 8 years of content development experience that we have in creating enriching content into the tutoring business, wherein instead of a chalk and talk method of actually explaining a concept in science or math, if I can use audio-visual content to explain the same concept, we believe that the understanding of the student is going to be not only that much more better, but it also is retained in the memory for a much longer period of time, the cognitive learning process, so to speak.
So you've opened up a new revenue stream now. Edurite is growing bigger. What kind of numbers are you actually looking at in the short to medium term?
In terms of Edurite tutorial centers, we plan to have around 300 centers in the next couple of years. In terms of number of schools where we sell DigitALIy, we hope to be in at least 1,000 schools 18 months from now. I think we've got the perfect platform to do that. Now it's a question of execution and, like I said, reach. Those are the two main challenges for us. We have the other lines of business, like for example the retail business, where we sell box CD-ROMs for students who can use it actually at home. This is a self-learning CBT, so to speak. And we have another division called OEM, where we add value to other products. So all this together, I would prefer to put it in terms of users. We hope to reach around at least a couple of million users in the next 12 months using all our products.
And what does it mean in terms of revenues, even if a ballpark figure?
So over the next 12 months, we should be able to cross at least anywhere in the ballpark range of $12 to $18 million.
The plans of going international now, especially with Tutor Vista having come in, is it going to be that much faster that we're going to see you rolling out those plans?
Yes, after Tutor Vista has come in along with their help, we've acquired a couple of customers in the US, like World Book. They have started licensing our content already. We've already also acquired a couple of school customers in the Gulf.
Scaling new heights with DigitALIy, Srikanth has applied for a worldwide patent. So what advice do VCs have for Srikanth and Edurite?
I would say to Edurite, you focused on a good space. Focus very, very heavily on execution. stay within the space. There are a lot of people who are in this broad segment of education. So make sure that the space you have chosen is something that you own almost completely before you look at expanding it to 10 other areas.
So in their endeavour to master the space, we wish Edurite all the best for the future.
Time for a quick commercial break, but when we return, a man who makes sure you never have to stand in line but yet not miss the bus.